Hey guys, this is my buddy Will from Silence Out Loud.
Yeah, what's up, guys? This is Will right here from Silence Out Loud, and it feels weird saying that on a different channel.
We got the new Tyree in the back, FD.
Well, I'm FD from Silence Out Loud. What's up, guys?
Tell them about your channel, man. Tell them about your channel.
Well, we're Silence Out Loud Productions. Silence Out Loud is all one word. Type us in. It's probably under his featured channels.
It should be.
Yeah, go subscribe. And, we're a fan of this guy right here. We got tons of new short films, videos coming out all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. Definitely check out their stuff.
Thanks.
So, let's get right into it. And we're just going to be discussing theories, stuff we like from Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and The Flash. Let's just start with The Flash. Who do you think Zoom is?
Man, there are so many different options. Like, I think the first season with Reverse Flash, it was pretty easy to tell after a while. But now, man, I went from thinking it was going to be Henry Allen to Eddie Thawne to Hunter Zolomon to all these different characters now. But I honestly think it's going to end up being Hunter Zolomon.
Yeah, I could see that. I thought Eddie originally because here's the only reason I thought that. Number one, it was one of the Flash's biggest failures was failing to find a way to save Eddie, and that would be just seeing his face again would kind of trudge up all those bad memories and make sense thematically. He would kind of embody that failure and everything. Just see the face of someone that was once his friend and helped him out, just destroying everything he holds dear would be really powerful.
Yeah, my understanding is that Hunter Zolomon is Zoom in the comics.
Yeah.
As well, right? Yeah. And the only thing that doesn't make sense with him being Zoom is so far on the show they haven't they had him in that one scene. They haven't really brought that out anymore. I don't think it's any version of Jay, though I have heard that Mirror Master was supposed to be a villain on the show this season.
That would have been cool.
So I think that this Earth 1 Jay could be him, because I don't know what his powers are, but
Mirror Master basically just is able to manipulate mirrors and images and stuff like that, so I could definitely see something like that would work.
Yeah, and maybe the guy that's trapped in the mask in Zoom's lair is the real Jay Garrick.
That's why I originally thought, I'm what Jay in the show, his act, the thing that kind of set me off with him is he's taking a nap whenever they're getting attacked by Geomancer. Is that the guy's name? Yeah, and I'm he's taking a nap and he doesn't even get up or hear anything. I'm that scene really just kind of that something's wrong with that.
Yeah, the whole thing bothers me, but I also feel they could be just trying to throw us off.
Like a red herring or something.
My real theory is that the man in the iron mask is what they're calling it, basically. I think it's actually Eddie Thawne from Earth 1.
Yeah.
I think after he died that he was pulled into the Speed Force and the Zoom found him and phased the bullet out of him and revived him, and he's been trapped there this whole time.
Oh, so you think it's just Earth 1 Eddie?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because I thought it might be because there's precedent for them to set up the other Eddie, because you see him on the list of different names on there. So I thought maybe that might be what's going on with that, but you never hear the other guy mention it.
Because Zoom's whole thing is he's trying to take everyone's speed, right?
Yeah.
So I think he revived him and kept him there and kept the mask on him so nobody would know who he was, of course.
Yeah.
But Zoom also wants to take Reverse Flash's speed as well. So in order to preserve Reverse Flash's life, he had to save Eddie in a way.
That makes sense. Yeah, I love that show. I feel like they're knocking that out of the park, and just that last episode was just wow. I can't all across the board, every single episode this week had a great cliffhanger. You cannot wait to see the next one.
I'm really addicted to The Flash right now. I just hope they bring Patty back for more stuff.
Oh yeah,
the actress
I love
that plays
Patty.
her, she's been great this season.
Yeah, they had such great chemistry too and everything.
Definitely.
Wow. She's one of my favorites in the comics too, so I was really excited when I heard they're bringing her to the show. So they definitely will, though. They wouldn't just reveal his identity to her. If she was just a throwaway character, they'd just let her leave and that'd be the end of it. But he revealed his identity, so I feel like she's gonna come back at some point.
And by the way, how do you feel about Arrow right now and where they're going with that? I think it's next week's episode they have Vixen coming on.
That'd be cool. I didn't watch the web series though, so I don't really know that much. Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's
I
like the
liked it.
Young Justice style of animation, right? A little bit, like
Yeah,
kinda looks
a
similar.
little bit. And Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin both come back and voice their characters. And
That'd be
I
cool.
don't remember it fully, but I think Felicity and like Cisco were in it as well.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And
Yeah.
but I mean, they were solid in it. The same voice actress that played Vixen is gonna be in the live action show.
I wonder.
Oh, they're doing that?
Yeah,
I wonder why they made it animated, just to get like
just to see if-
budget
yeah,
and stuff. Yeah,
just to test
gotcha.
it. I think it's cool that they do that with the CW seed. I hope they do more things like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more feasible than, you know, spending all this money to get all these big set pieces and everybody
be
out
like-
there.
It'd be like, oh, this show's not successful. It's canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely I'll watch anything with the Flash. Like, I'm a huge fan of that show. But like Arrow, let's talk about Arrow a little bit.
Yeah, let's get in.
It's had its moments. I like the whole Vader, like how Stephen Amell pretty much just like Vadered what's his name, Malcolm Merlin or whatever, when he chopped off his fucking hand.
Yeah.
Like that was great.
It's pretty badass.
And I'm like, he did you a favor, and then you're just gonna be a dick, pretty much. Like, it's like, dude, like, I think the power kind of went to his head like way too much, and he kind of lost sight of everything.
I feel like this season for Arrow, for me, like the way I see it, okay, the first season, it made everything possible. All these shows and everything. It wasn't the best. The second season of Arrow was phenomenal. That was like one of the best
I'll
seasons
agree
of a
with
show
that.
I've seen. The third season, it dropped off for me, and mainly because they made the main storyline for like every episode was Oliver and Felicity this, and
Yeah.
what should have been the main plot was thrown, you know, backwards. And the fourth season has been like the closest to the second season for me, except for now they're starting to dig too much into that Felicity stuff again. What is the fucking point of like putting her in a wheelchair just to take her out of it like 2 or 3 episodes later?
Yeah, I hated that.
That's stupid. Like it added a whole new dynamic to the show, their relationship and everything. It's,
Yeah, like, I was just like, I hated that scene so much, because I'm like, if you're gonna make such a character change to her and make such a big deal out of it, don't immediately just go, oh, we have this magic thing that we just now discovered that can fix everything. No, like, if you're gonna make a character changing thing like that, stay with it.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
change it. Like,
I love Arrow, but I feel like they're letting these like Tumblr fanboys and fangirls run the show.
that's been happening
And
though.
it's just not. It was cool seeing Roy come back.
Yeah,
for
I miss
episode.
him, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
that was cool. He added something to the show. He actually had a little personality this time
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I think the stuff with Thea's dragging out.
They don't know what to do with her. That's the problem. If she's not if she doesn't have like some sort of problem where she's trying to attack people, and they did the same thing with Roy for a while, where like he's attacking people and he's unstable, and then like he's good again, and then maybe something else happens, he's unstable
And
and
with
he's
Sarah.
good again. Like it enough with it already. Like, all the characters don't have to be like psycho one minute and then you help them. Like, they can just be those characters and you can find something to do with them. You don't have to do that with everybody.
And to wrap up Arrow, I think the big question here that everybody's thinking, and I mean, I know who I think, and I'll talk about that, is who do you think is in the grave? Me personally, I think is William.
That makes
Oliver's
sense.
son. At first, the whole season, and I know they led you to believe it, but I wanted it to be Felicity because, like,
They don't know what to do with her character.
in the first and second season, I love Felicity. I think
Yeah.
she's funny, she's smart, she added something to the show
She's
that was
not
needed.
that anymore.
The third season, she just whined the whole way through, like Jennifer Lawrence in Mockingjay Part 1.
Yeah.
And it, random, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was funny. Like, Merlin was intimidating the first season. I feel like they just didn't know what to do with him anymore. I liked when they were kind of getting along. I'm like, okay, at least they're finally doing something with it. But then he immediately goes back to like irrational again. I'm like, what the fuck?
And the one thing I really love this season that they're doing is the stuff with Lance and Laurel. I feel like they're both really growing on me this season.
Well, she's an actual
They're becoming
character
good.
now. She's not just like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
she's
taking
badass,
pills
man.
or whatever.
She's badass now. I wish they'd get Felicity's damn mama off the show, though.
She's the new Felicity,
Donna
though.
Smoke? Man.
I feel like it because they don't know what to do with Felicity, and Felicity's kind of like all serious and shit now. I feel like that's all they know what to do with that character. Is like,
I wish she wasn't dating Lance.
She's
'cause
kinda
that's too
hot, though.
obvious.
she's a little hot. You got it, just a little bit. The last episode you saw her in that dress, you didn't think just a little bit?
I mean, I'm good.
No, I mean, like, it's a TV show, though. It's not like you're gonna run into, like...
I'm just saying, she ain't all that.
Silence Out Loud ain't that big yet. I mean...
She ain't all that.
I mean, Felicity, I don't see what he sees in her anymore. All she does is whine and shit. But yeah, Legends of Tomorrow was great. That show's ramping up a lot. At first I wasn't really sold on it. I love what they did with Connor Hawk. Like, I love just that ending of, like, you think it's one thing but it's actually another thing kind of thing. Because I didn't know when they were going to introduce it, and I thought it was Oliver going in. I kind of like it how they're doing the sort of like, he still is Arrow occasionally, but not a lot. Like, they're kind of doing the Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond thing with it, which I would watch a show like that.
I feel like they didn't know what to do with the show at first because there's so many characters on it.
Yeah.
I feel like the central character at the heart of the show was really Rip Hunter, but they haven't done enough to really develop him yet.
I mean, I feel like the center is like Ray Palmer because he's the most relatable one.
I feel like he should be.
Like, he's the heart of the show. He's the one we, like, kind of get behind and root for. Even though I love Captain Cold and Heatwave, like, they're funny comic relief and everything. I loved whenever he met his younger self, by the way. That was great.
Yeah, that was a great scene. It really was. But I love Ray Palmer, man. Brandon Routh, he knocks that role out of the park, man. Katie Lotz is solid on the show as well. And Victor Stein, man, played by, I mean... Dr. Stein, played by Victor Garber.
That's cool. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
But yeah, like that show all around, like, they might be considered like the losers of like their respective universes or whatever.
But that doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, because they're still heroes. But I'm like, in that show, like, you got.
But Ray Palmer
is
he's like a billionaire tech guy.
Well, I mean, like, he's dead now.
Yeah, but he's done so many things to, like, he did so many things to help and, like, heal the world and all that shit.
But yeah, like, they may be considered like the kind of losers of those universes, but like at the same time they got some of their best actors for that show. So I mean, like, they made it.
What about Martin Stein though? How is he minimal to the timeline?
I don't know.
He was this like big time doctor. He developed Firestorm.
If we're gonna do that, like, nitpick with this show, there's a lot you can nitpick.
Yeah,
like,
man, there's a lot of problems with it.
I mean, I just enjoy it for
fucking Hawkman and Hawkgirl are like immortal, dude.
Yeah.
They keep how is that?
Couldn't they just go through the timeline and then find Hawkman and just bring him? I feel like they had two Hawk people on the ship, though, and that's really the reason why I was like, this guy's not that great of an actor. We should probably just kill him. That's honestly, like, what I think happened.
He looks so fucking weird, too.
Yeah, he does.
His head's not proportionate to his body.
Yeah, I didn't like the one in Smallville either, the Hawkman they got for that.
Yeah.
But, like, he's doing a Christian Bale impression the whole time. He's like, Clark Kent, or whatever. Like, that's literally what he sounded like. Like, Smallville has some, like, that's a good show, but I have some, like, bad memories of that show.
Definitely, man.
But yeah, like, all around, I feel like these shows are really ramping up and, like, have really just, like, gone, like, to a whole new level. I haven't really seen Supergirl. I hear that's kind of like, but I will definitely watch
ruined
the
my
Flash
fucking
one.
favorite character in the DC universe.
It's not ruined, man. Like, he's still the Martian Manhunter.
He's not John Jones, though.
He is John Jones. He's just
he's
like
Hank Henshaw.
He's undercover as Hank Henshaw.
Oh, as Hank Henshaw.
Yeah,
okay.
Hank Henshaw is still
that's my
around.
misunderstanding. But I think he looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a TV budget.
Maybe so, but the Flash
they did
has
Red
better looking things
Tornado.
than that.
Have you seen Red Tornado?
The Flash has better looking things than that.
He's right though.
Have you seen Red Tornado though?
Yeah, he looks like a fucking Power Ranger villain.
He looks so stupid.
Looks like
Shit tornado.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man, I like how they did in Flash. How they did. What's his name?
You got
King
a Snapchat
Shark?
from Trip. Shout out to Trip.
Oh yeah, shout out to Trip. How they did, like, what's his name, like King Shark, Killer Shark, or whatever in the Flash. Yeah. That looked cool. Like, I feel like the CG was solid though.
White. Yeah, the CG was good, but it was silly.
I mean, it's the Flash, dude.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Grind. I mean, that show isn't exactly like trying to be all gritty.
Banana.
I love that show.
Episode, I love that first episode with Grodd.
It grew on me, man.
Yeah. I like how they put him in Gorilla City at the end. Though that was good. Yeah, all these shows are really great though. I enjoyed having you on today.
Hey, dude, thanks for having me on. I'm more than happy to come on anytime. Yeah, guys, don't forget to go check out Silence Out Loud though.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it in my featured channels because I kind of forgot. But yeah,
we have him in our featured channels too. But go subscribe to him as well, definitely.
Yeah. If you haven't already, you're watching this right now, subscribe.
Yeah.
But me and Will are actually going to start doing pretty soon on my channel a superhero related show. It's going to be called Super Zeros. It's going to be me and him, and we'll discuss different superhero things. I want our first episode to be just terrible, like awful bad movies. Like we watch one and then like just talk about it. So maybe Steel with Shaq in it, that kind of thing. It's gonna be fun.
All right, yeah, I'm down for that, man. Yeah. But what do you guys think about Arrow and Flash and Legends of Tomorrow? Y'all should let us know in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and hit us up on Twitter too. I'll respond to everything, man. Let's have a conversation.
He will.
It's at WillEvans_SO.
Yeah. All right, this has been me, Alex, Will, and FD.
Oh, and check out our Facebook too.
Yes.
Silence Out Loud Productions.
I'll link all of that below in the description.
All right.